In today's video, I make our camper more boondockable by installing some soft starts. Also, I got a new gadget that helps me and Valerie hook up our camper without getting in a fight. And I'm thinking about a big purchase, thinking about a new truck. I'd like to hear your guys' comments on that as well. We're going to start getting our camper ready to boondock. Today's the day. Video 1 of God knows how many, but we're going to do it today. Everybody asks me if I like my Gen Y hitch. The answer to the question is I do. You know why? Look in the bed of my truck. I was hauling a vanity this morning. Now we're going to RV mode. RV mode. Another cool thing I bought, an eyeball. So me and Valerie don't get in a fight. It's a camera, mounts in the bed of my truck. It's a magnet. I can see my ball. And she doesn't tell me to go the wrong direction. I'm always afraid I'm going to hit my tailgate on the hitch. I gotta go back more, but now I'll readjust my camera. Should be good. No fighting, not one.
All right, Mr. Smarty Pants. You good?
Yeah.
First try?
Actually, it's my second because I was off a little. Should slide it down on there. Here we go. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and hit auto mode, landing gear retract. She's on.
Well, that accomplishes 2 goals, doesn't it? 1, I didn't give you bad directions. And 2, I didn't get yelled at by any viewers for standing between the truck and the camper.
That's right.
I got a question for you guys. What do you think of this blue color right above the black? For what, you might be asking? Starts with a square, it ends with a body.
Or starts in an old and ends with a truck. I will say this, since I went with the lithium battery, I have not, normally when I would plug my camper in the, well, I was in the driveway, I had to plug it in. And since I went to this bigger battery, I haven't plugged this camper in, not once, not in the driveway. Now, if I had to run my AC, because it's hot and Valerie doesn't like to sweat, I'd have to plug it in, but not for long. Working on that too. So, a lot of people ask me about my truck being a 3/4 ton and pulling this this camper. So, one of the things that I got from E-Trailer, and it's an awesome product, is I did load lifter bags. And you might say, what are load lifter bags? Well, essentially they're airbags that go on top of your axle, between your axle and your frame, and it helps pick the end of your truck up. Now, my truck is crowded on capacity pulling this camper as far as bed weight goes. However, I know that this doesn't make it a ton, but adding the airbags to it helps my truck not squat and sit level. And it actually helps the ride going down the road because we get a little more air versus a ton where you just have all stiffer springs. So, really cool thing here. So I got a little app and I pull up my air compressor. So I put on an onboard air compressor. You tap it, it's connecting. See, it says connecting and the wheel's spinning. And then I've kind of got my air pressure set where I want. So I tap 40. You hear it airing up. Mm-hmm. It's picking up, backing my truck up, make my stance sit right. Now, it's not a ton, but it kind of accomplishes what I'm wanted for. Not saying that there might not be a new truck in my future, but as of today, there is not. Making do with what I got. Yeah, I do have a question for you guys. If you were going to buy a new pickup, what would it be? Would you buy a Dodge or a Chevy? Fords don't make trucks. They just make stuff you work on. Just asking a question. So Valerie's not mic'd, and she's sitting here in the passenger seat, and we have not really talked this through. But I am thinking about buying a new truck. And I'm going to tell you why. I like this truck. It's been a good truck. But like, it's a little bit windy today, and I'm getting pushed around by the camper, and it's way more stable than the travel trailer was, but it's not like a dually, and I am considering a new dually. And then you're gonna say, Jared, well, you're fixing up this old dually to pull your camper with. Yes, that is true. However, you know what you get when you fix up an old truck? An old truck. And so you're gonna have old truck problems. So, which is fine. I don't mind the tinkering and working on an old truck. I just don't know that it's something that we're gonna want to jump in and drive to insert something very far. So I'm considering a new dually. And the reason I'm considering doing one sooner than later is because this truck's got 134,000 miles on it, which isn't, I mean, it's a lot, but it's not a ton for a diesel. But I can still get pretty good money out of this truck on trade. And honestly, if I buy a new one, I'm gonna buy a Dodge. And the reason I would buy a Dodge is, well, they're way cheaper than the Chevrolets and the Fords. The Fords are ridiculously expensive. I'm not Ford wealthy. One, you pay 6 figures for a truck, and then you got to have another 6 figures to fix the damn thing because it's a piece of junk. So, joking, Ford people, calm down, back away from the keyboard. It's okay. Deep breath. They all make good trucks anymore. But I can buy a pretty nice Bighorn, brand new 2024 Bighorn for what I can buy a used truck for, and that's what's kind of got me thinking about buying a truck. And so that's where I'm kind of at my thoughts right now. I can get decent money on trade. I can get a good deal on a 2024. The 25 Dodges go up by like 20 grand, 15 to 20 grand depending on what you're buying, because it's a new model year. And then I'm always like big on not buying first year model of anything, just because they're still figuring their crap out. They've done a lot of research, but until they get them a bunch of them out on the road, they don't really know what's going to break on them. But if I'm going to buy a 2024 Dodge dually, so if I buy a new one, that's what I'm going to buy, I got to hurry up because the 24s are running out because the 25s are coming out. So decisions. So I just want to go ahead and apologize. That collared shirt that I had on earlier, nobody needs to see that. I don't normally dress like that, and I'm sorry. So anybody who saw me in that shirt getting hooked up, you know, sometimes you're just out of clothes and you just wear what you got. So anyway, but I'm back in the proper attire. This Carhartt shirt's at least 10 years old, so you know, there you go. We're talking about boondocking and being on the run. A lot of you guys said, hey, just get you some soft starts and run your get you a solar generator, run your ACs off that. So now we're kind of doing that. So I got on the old computer and looked up what I needed to get, and I kind of cheated a little bit, which makes this really easy. Is I ordered a soft start for my AC. I didn't order a universal one, which saves me a ton of time.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
It's upside down. There you go.
Got me a soft start, went online, ordered one for my AC. Saves you a lot of time, a lot of headache. You can buy some universal ones. They're cool, but honestly, it's just spend a little more money, save yourself the trouble. So I'm gonna show you how to install a Coleman Mach Soft Start on a Coleman Mach AC. Let's get to it.
Can I be honest with you?
Yep.
I feel like I might fall through our kitchen.
Kind of like Chevy Chase in the Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I do not like being up here. I'm going 2 steps, guys. That's it. Like, my feet are planted. Can I sit down and film you?
One good thing about this, doing this, it doesn't take a ton of tools, and you don't have to take it's not hard to do. It doesn't take a lot of know-how. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So another thing, guys, is that makes a great tool bucket. So your parts, you don't want to drop these and have them roll off the roof onto the floor of the ground. So it comes with everything you need. And then it kind of comes in this nice little nifty bag. There's the instructions, don't need those. So it goes on like this. When you get these, it has this, well, at least this one does, has a sticky thing on the back of it. And it comes with a bracket that's already kind of set up for these ACs. This makes it kind of nice. All you do is line your holes up here. Well, kind of lined up. And then we got to put some screws in that. These edges are sharp and they will cut you. So be careful. I don't know if these little short screws will do it or not. I'm gonna try. Yep, they work. When you do this, honestly, just if I could make a suggestion, get the kit that fits your AC, because it just makes life a lot easier.
I think you're bleeding.
I am bleeding. My hand?
No, your other finger.
No. Yeah, maybe. So this kit already comes with the things. This bracket's got the holes drilled and everything for it, so pretty easy setup. This segment of this video is sponsored by Liquefied. Liquefied is a product that we've been using for quite a while. Now guys, I'll be honest with you, I don't promote stuff that I don't stand behind or I don't use myself. Liquefied, I've done the DIY stuff, and if you're in for a good laugh, check out this video here. You'll find out that I'm the Picasso of poo. Not really. But anyway, watch that. I've done everything DIY, from like ice cubes to Effordent. And if you want a really minty, fresh smelling black tank, do it at your own risk. Just saying. Check that out. It's kind of funny. It's just me being me. But honestly guys, it doesn't clean the tank like Liquefied. And I'm serious, I've been using it for probably ever since he came out with it. Since Matt introduced the product, it's been a good product. Something that I like, and it's honestly, you gotta have it. So why not buy something that's made in the USA and support a small business? You guys know how we like our small businesses. So, you know, good company, good people, made right there in Indiana. And now you can find it on Amazon. It's in some Camping Worlds, and I believe that might be in Walmart. So if they're in Walmart, let me know. I'm just curious. Also, they are doing a giveaway, and this giveaway you can enter in 2 different ways. One, free, $3.50. You go to their website, in the link below, just click the link, and you put in your information. That's 1 entry. Also, that if you buy stuff right now, it's as of this video, it is a dollar for dollar. So if you spend $10, you get 10 entries. You spend $100, you get 100 entries. If you spend $1 million, you get a million entries. You spend $1 million on Liquefied, what the heck did you buy? I'm just curious. But anyway, what are they giving away? Glad you asked. They're giving away an Reliance Delta 206 travel trailer. It's a pretty nice little trailer. It's worth about 45 grand-ish. Who doesn't want a free camper? If you have questions about it, or you want to get information about the giveaway, the information is a link below, along with their email. Send them an email. They'll be happy to talk to you. Enter to win a free camper, support a small business, and hey, your turds won't stink. It's a win for everybody. Your wife will even like you better. It might even make you a little prettier. And back to the video. So I'm just going to cut these little wire ties loose. Try not to cut any wires. That's that one. I think there's one more. All right. So now look here, Val. This fan spins, and so when you run this, you don't want to run this wire over that. You want to get back here, kind of out of the way, so that that stays clear of that fan. That'd be a fun story. What happened to your AC? Well, my soft start got caught in the fan. It doesn't work anymore. So I'm gonna get this panel off, where I can get to my wires here. Oh. And if this is a little tight, you can loosen this top screw here up, and that gets you into all the electrical. The wires you're going to want are this purple and black, and these are important guys you want here. You're going to want this white wire on this capacitor. You're going to pull it off. You're going to need that one, and we're going to leave those other 2 on for just a second.
Is this another lesson in wire colors?
Not really. She's not happy about being on the roof, just so you know.
Look at me. I'm just trying to sit still.
So when you push these wires through this hole, it's a whole lot easier to do one at a time versus trying to push the whole gaggle of wires through. But this is really a pretty simple kit to put in. So I'm just pulling all these wires in here together, and that way things nice and tight. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to conjoin. I don't think that's the right word, is it? Conjoin? Join. Combine.
Well, like Siamese twins can join?
We're going to stick them together.
Like conjoined twins?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hand me my bag, would
Then
you?
you're conjoining them.
All right, so need wire strippers, wire cutters, and they send you wire nuts with a kit, but we're not going to use those. We're going to use our own. So first things first, we're going to take this wire. This wire runs through your compressor. We're going to conjoin these two wires. I still don't think conjoin is right.
You're going to attach one to the other.
We're going to wire nut them together.
Ooh, with wire nuggets?
With wire nuggets. Y'all see what I live with?
Come on. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have any fun. I'm telling Sherry you just threw that in her yard.
Sorry, Sherry. So this is done. This wire, these two are tied together. So this runs to your soft start capacitor, back to your compressor. Next thing we're going to do, they got a yellow and a red wire, and if you look in here, there's a yellow and a red wire. So we're just going to replace these with the wires where they went. So we're going to get rid of this guy here, and we're going to plug him in. All right. So I just put this yellow wire on this capacitor here. Now I'll pull this red wire here off, and you don't do anything with these wires. They just kind of hang out. They are now along for the ride, and I'm going to replace this red wire on this capacitor back here. So this yellow wire came from the soft start, went on this capacitor where this yellow wire that goes back into this 9-pin deal is, and then the red wire essentially does the same thing on the capacitor. So basically we're not using the factory dealio, we're using that thing to start your AC, which will in return make it use less current to start it. So we should be able to start this AC off of our all powers thing. So if we wanted to boondock, we would be able to. Now I know some of you guys are going to be like, hey, there's safer and better things to use than wire nuts. And there probably are. But you know what? They sent me like the cheapest wire nuts ever known to man in this little kit. And if it's good enough for that, then my little nicer wire nuggets, twist ProFlex wire connectors are just fine. Guess what? We're done. Just gotta put all this crap back together. So I took the black wire off the soft start and tied it to the black wire and the purple wire that went with this. One goes to the compressor, one goes to the 9-pin deal. And so basically, when you order a kit like for your air compressor, it's way easier. It's way easier to do this because you're not like trying to use a universal or you're trying to like figure out what wire is what. I'm bleeding all over everything.
Man, you did.
These things are sharp. They got little jagged.
Okay, we'll just apologize for it when we get down.
I'm bleeding like a stuck hog everywhere.
Can I?
And so
Can I?
Valerie said I need to apologize. So I'm sorry. But these, I will tell you, this thing is sharper than a, well. One thing you want to do is, this stuff comes with this kind of putty. It's supposed to help keep water out. So you want to make sure you get that on there good, because, well, you want to keep water out of that box. And they send you a little extra stuff. Let's see what this looks like.
I'm gonna have to take you to urgent care.
You'll get me a tetanus shot. Not. When's the last time I had a tetanus shot?
Man, I have to think about that. You've had one in the last few years because you had some sort of injury, or was it me?
It was you.
I cut my finger off with a kitchen knife.
That's right.
Well, I wondered if we should go at least get a paper towel and clean that up, but I guess Jarrett says the rain will get to it and it'll naturally wash off. So I guess we'll let that happen.
We'll let Mother Nature do Mother Nature stuff.
Is that kind of like silly putty?
Mm-hmm. So I just stuck it to the other existing to kind of fill up some of that gap. So one last thing what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take me some zip ties. I don't want to like get them super tight because they're gonna vibrate going down the road. So I don't want them to be like wearing a hole in the wire. I don't know if that's really a thing or not, but I'm gonna act like it is. And kind of make sure this is all pleated up and out of the way. And then I need my wire cutters. Now all I gotta do is put the lid back on this bad boy and we're done. We'll go see if it actually works or not. All right, we are done.
I made it down safely. Now it's his turn.
We'll crash when I get on the ground.
Magnolia tree will save you.
No, it won't. All right, so some of you guys kept telling me get you a solar generator and run your so you can boondock. I think that is fine to do. So currently, I have something's pulling quite a bit of current. It says I only got 2 hours remaining. I'm not sure what's on in there. Something's on. Let's go see.
And where?
In the camper. Turn this on to cool. Turn down to 6 degrees. So,
I don't know if that was any softer.
well, if you remember when I tried to start it the first time I got this thing, it went bzzz, and then the thing shut off. So it wouldn't run at all.
Oh, so you're saying the fact that it's running is like, wow, okay, it's already working.
Yeah.
But remember in the house you told me when the AC kicks on normally without the soft start.
They hit real hard and make a whoop, and then they kind of, then they take off.
Do that again.
Boop.
Okay.
And so the fact that it's actually the little all power thing is running the AC, we could have never done that without the soft starts. And I will say one good thing about soft starts, even if you don't plan on boondocking, is because it starts so much easier and it's so much easier on the motors and the capacitors when you start, it will actually extend the life of your AC. So that's something to kind of consider too.
Them damn ladybugs.
Yeah, if you guys got a suggestion on how to get rid of ladybugs out of your camper, we've been chasing ladybugs since we went to Townsend.
That was in November.
Yeah.
Look, there's one crawling behind the panel. I swear they had babies in here.
Come on.
Set him free. What happened to the red ladybugs? Why are they orange anymore? When I was a kid, they were red. Okay, I think you injured it.
Come on.
I haven't seen a red one in a long time. Okay, so you were saying about the soft start. No, now you're definitely going to injure it with a knife.
That's what you do when you don't have fingernails. You use the pocket knife. I guess my biggest thing my thinking would be that if it's hot in here, like really hot, you're probably not gonna have enough energy to catch up. Oh, well, with the generator, we could run the generator, get the ACs caught up, and then turn the all power thing on. It would probably last us overnight. Are we boondockable now? Closer. Not quite, I don't think, but we're closer. We're getting there. So that AC running and whatever else is running is pulling like 950 watts. And we've got an hour on that battery before it's dead. So those of you that said that this was the issue there, it's a 2,500 watt all power deal. We need more juice. So kind of what I'm thinking is, and I have bought a Victron Multi Plus, and I'm going to work on that as the summer goes on. But I have a question for you guys. Come in here, but I want to show you this. Would you guys, if you were going to put a Victron in, so that back wall is flimsy, but I could put a piece of plywood or something behind it and maybe use that back wall to hang all my electronic components off of? Or I could frame up like a false wall here in this big bay and then put all the, get rid of this net and just do like a wall, put a wall in here and put it there.
I don't like getting rid of the net. I like plan A first. I like the net. That's what makes this bay feel so huge.
It does make it feel huge. It's like one of the biggest bays in the market. Just saying. Good job, Venture. Well, anyway, y'all have any comments, questions, or concerns? Let me know, because I'm curious what you guys think. Actually, like, subscribe. See you in the next adventure. See you guys.